August 19. 335 B.C. The city of Thebes demolished by Alexander, during the Mysteries. 14 U.C. 766. Octavius CÃ Augustus, the great and virtuous emperor of Rome, died at Nola. This day is also the anniversary of his first exaltation to the consular dignity. 1493. Frederick III, of Germany, died. He was 58 years Emperor of Austria, and 53 Emperor of Germany, during which time he was constantly embroiled in troubles, and suffered many humiliations and indignities from the neighboring princes, who took advantage of his imbecility. During his reign the Turks took Constantinople, and the art of printing was discovered. 1579. Louis de Clermont Bussy d'Amboise assassinated. A French nobleman distinguished for his bravery and his crimes. 1601. William Lambarde, an eminent lawyer and antiquary, died at Westcombe, in England. His collection and translation of the Saxon laws was among the first of his works. 1617. Sir Walter Raleigh sailed from Cork on his last voyage, with 14 vessels. 1646. Raglan Castle, in Montgomeryshire, England, surrendered to the Parliament forces. This was one of the last fortresses that held out for Charles. 1648. Ibrahim, son of Ahmed, Sultan of Turkey, assassinated. 1662. Blaise Pascal, a French divine, died. Noted for his mathematical abilities, his works are published in 5 volumes. 1680. John Eudes, the founder of the sect of Eudes, died at Caen, in France. 1692. 5 persons executed at Salem, Massachusetts, for witchcraft. 1699. George Burroughs, a New England minister, hung for witchcraft. He was a man of unblemished character, and fell a victim to one of the most astounding delusions that ever disgraced the name of religion. 1702. Action near Santa Martha, in South America, between the British fleet, Admiral Benbow, and the French squadron, Ducasse. Them to battle. 1708. The British under Sir John Lee and Major General Stanhope took Minorca, which was retained by the government. 1744. John Baptist Silva, a distinguished French physician, died at Paris. 1763. Under cover of a severe hailstorm and an unusual darkness in the neighborhood of London, the populace attempted the rescue of a criminal to be executed. But though they detained the execution till 8 in the evening, they were unsuccessful. 1772. Gustavus, King of Sweden, effected a revolution, which totally overturned the Swedish constitution of government, without any bloodshed. It was a masterly stroke of policy that placed him in the attitude of absolute master over the laws. 1772. Revolution in Poland. The prerogatives of the crown, lost more than half a century before, were restored. 1777. Nicholas Herkimer, a brave officer, wounded at the Battle of Oriskany, died at his house near Little Falls, New York. 1782. Battle near the Blue Licks, between the Kentucky Pioneers, 176 in number, under Colonel Boone, and 500 Indians. 71. Boone's lost 63 killed, 7 taken. 1782. British man of war, Royal George, 100 guns, sunk off Spithead. Admiral Kempenfelt, with 400 seamen and 200 women, perished. The wreck was visited by means of a diving bell in 1817, and found to be a mass of shapeless timber. 1792. The Grand Army of the Allies entered France. 1807. The Danish gunboats again attacked the British before Copenhagen. The latter gained some advantages. 1811. The French under MacDonald captured Figueres, in Spain, after a desperate resistance by its famished defenders. 1812. Action between United States frigate Constitution, Captain Hull, and British frigate Guerriere, 49 guns, Captain Dacres. With the loss of 15 killed, 61 wounded, 24 missing. Constitution lost 7 killed, 7 wounded. 1812. Battle near Jedinovo, in Russia, between the French, 90,000, and the Russians, stated at 40,000. The French drew off at night with the loss of 600 killed, 2,500 wounded. The Russians admitted the loss of 1,000 killed, 3,000 wounded. Not a prisoner was taken. 1814. Gustavus Maurice, Count of Armfelt, a distinguished Swede, whose chief misfortune was that of being in advance of his age, died at Zarzhuisels. 1814. Benjamin Thompson, Count Rumford, died. From the humble station of a Yankee schoolmaster he rose by his talents to distinction and wealth. His inventions and discoveries will perpetuate his name. 1823. Robert Bloomfield, an English poet, died. He learned the trade of a shoemaker, but was constrained to write poetry by nature. The one sustained his body, while the other was perpetuating his memory. 1825. Juan Diaz or John Martin, a Spanish partisan officer, executed. Distinguished for his conduct during the French invasions. 1826. Paul Allen, an American poet, historian and editor of considerable merit, died at Baltimore, aged 51. 1838. The United States exploring expedition, consisting of 6 vessels, sailed from Hampton Roads. 1839. Aaron Ogden, an officer during the Revolution, died at Jersey City, aged 83. He was governor of New Jersey in 1812, was also senator of the United States, and practiced law with reputation. 1851. The Great Aggregate Meeting of Roman Catholics from all parts of Great Britain was held at Dublin for the inauguration of the Catholic Defence Association. 1852. A destructive tornado, accompanied with hail, passed over an extensive district in Hancock County, Maine. Utter devastation followed its track, which was 1/4 of a mile wide, and 40 miles long. 1853. George Cockburn, who ordered the destruction of the public property at Washington, on the capture of the city by the English, died at the age of 82. 1854. Grisi and Mario, the 2 most renowned artists of the Old World, arrived at New York.